Hey everybody, it's Roy again. Just wanted to give you another little content warning that this episode is going to have some talk of suicide and more child abuse. More stuff that isn't fun, but we're almost out of this arc, so hopefully we won't have to deal with too much more of that for a while. But yeah, just wanted to give you a heads up. Enjoy the episode.
City bitch, 10, 10, 10, 20s on your titty bitch, 100 deep, VIP, no guest list, TT raw, you don't know who you fucking with, got my other bitch, fucking with my other bitch, fucking all night, we ain't sell a bit, say I'm too dope, I ain't selling it, bar fresh in the motherfucking peppermint, the gold letterman's last king killing shit, young money, yeah, we getting rich, got your grandma on my dick.
Friends, haters, cultivators, welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about Mordor Patriarch. I'm Roy, and you want to know how I lost this fingy? Do
wow. And I'm Fallon, aka D-Warged in the Comatorium.
Fuck off. They are in a bit of a comatorium.
They are! Like, that was my thought. I mean, it's not necessarily... I guess it's a coffin home. It's not a funeral home.
It's where the corpses
It's
goes.
a liminal space. As I feel the comatorium is also probably a liminal space.
Probably. We have a guest with us
yes,
today.
we do.
We do, unfortunately, have a guest with us. I'm MJ. I understand about 60% of what's going on.
That's typical. That's actually better than usual. So
that's a majority. So
yeah, it's a solid
like
majority.
I did so much research and I'm still so lost.
Yeah. You know,
is this a normal feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had
even
seen
when you access the legendary, this is what the happened.
Well, my famous document called "This Is What the Happened" referred to the show.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately, it doesn't apply to the novel quite as much. It would maybe have some like visual references, but not really for this part so much.
I had like. I read some chapters. I read most of Grasses.
Okay.
And skipped around a little bit because it was very long.
It is very long.
To me.
It's basically
I had a
like...
big anatomy test this week.
Oh, God.
It's like, I have to prioritize. Do I want to read about demons or do I want to read about guts? Tissues, specifically.
One or the other. Take your pick. Well,
same diff.
Yeah,
That's
same shit.
true.
Well, if there's anything we can clear up for you before we get into this,
Please.
I think you're just gonna have to take my questions as they come.
All right.
Because
cool.
they will.
All right.
They will.
Trust and believe. Did anything happen? There was like a model of like a big cool figurine that came out, I guess, in news.
I think it might have been like an unofficial model.
Well, that's
but it looked
fucking
real
stupid.
cool.
Yeah, it looked very good. I wish it was real.
Yeah.
But, that's disappointing, because that's the only thing I had, so I guess now we gotta talk about this fucking chapter.
Chibi season is coming in like less than 2 weeks.
We got a date for it. It's July 31st,
July
I think.
31st, baby.
Baby! It's gonna be good.
That's also when the second season of the Umbrella Academy comes out, so
boy.
get into it.
Oh, finally, something that I know about.
Oh, God. I'm here to help. MJ.
A comic that I read when it came out in 2007. When I had big, thick eyeliner.
Oh my god.
The Gerard has written that, and the show's actually very good.
Slipping backwards into the shrubs like Homer Simpson to let you guys talk about My Chemical Romance.
Yeah. Sorry.
Listen.
It's a My Chemical Romance podcast now.
That'd be
What you get when you invite me deadass every time I was ever on Bracket. It was just like, we would be talking about like, I don't know, best a hot dog toppings or something. And it would just be me and Cullen in the background like, yeah, did you see that like TRL thing from 2005 with Fall Out Boy? I only have one gimmick. That's why I don't go on podcasts.
That's why you come on this podcast, actually. I can't talk about pop punk. That's for y'all.
That is true.
That's
your
okay.
granny hours.
It's
you can only
grandma
talk
hours.
about, like, at the drive-in.
It's true. I did spend the weekend talking about the Mars Volta Francis the Mute, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. From what I heard of it, it seemed to go over fairly well.
It was good and fun.
Yeah, I want to listen to it tonight,
Yeah.
actually. I think I'm going to do that.
I think you should,
But-
yeah. We walked away from it with perfectly smooth Omar, so that's always a plus.
Absolutely.
I've seen perfectly smooth Omar around, and can I tell you? Big fan.
Woo.
10 out of 10.
Exquisite.
Absolutely. Choice.
Delectable.
So, we did read a chapter.
Unfortunately.
In MJ's case, we read several chapters.
Bro, I tried so hard.
We're really proud of you, and I, for one, appreciate your effort.
I really do.
It really
MJ,
rules.
I want to tell you, okay, because it's taken us, we've been working on this arc since, like, April. Because it's just so much to get through, and it's so unpleasant.
Deeply.
And
I mean, boy.
boy, I'm tired of this bitch. Oh my god, I know we spent the first, like, 14 minutes of the last episode just going, I'm so sick of this bitch, but I'm so sick of this bitch.
I'm still sick of this bitch.
I'm so glad we're out of this now,
I'm
but
terminally ill with this bitch.
on God.
Jesus.
Okay, well,
Well, let's get into it.
let's dive into Mr. Summary. We read, it was chapter 41, right? I don't have my shit wrong. It better
surely
be chapter
was.
That's
41.
the one that I read, so God, I fucking hope.
Okay,
It
good.
surely was chapter 41.
It was
Actually,
so
we're on
long.
chapter 62,
If I read
MJ.
the wrong one, I would die.
Oh god.
Die.
Oh god. No,
No,
it's
you're good.
certified chapter 41.
Certified.
Grasses part 9. We only have one more. Thank God. So we pick up again right where we left off. Xiaoyu blue screens. He asks Ah-Ching how she knows the name of the bad man of Shuiyang, and she comes up with this lie that she witnessed him murder some woman who was, like, trying to get vengeance on him for massacring Songlan's temple, and she goes on to be like, he's faking his voice, he's missing a fingy, and Xiaoyu is still like, massacre! So she finally has to come clean that she isn't actually blind, and she's like, I'm sorry, I thought you'd leave if you knew, but I've seen everything this whole time, and we got to get out of here, Green Swamp Border. He starts crying blood, and she's still kind of in denial because, like, or he's still in denial because, like, why wouldn't Shuiyang kill him right away? And Ah-Ching is like, he was injured, bro, come on, we gotta get going, because he's gonna be back from the grocery store any minute. And Xiaoyu tells her to run because he needs answers, and he trusts that she'll be able to get out and literally live her best life. But then Shuiyang is at the door, which is locked, and he's like, let me in, and there's some back and forth. But as soon as they open it, Xiaoyu stabs him in the gut and tells Ah-Ching to run, which she does, but she circles back to watch because somebody's gotta see it. So
Must they, though? Must they?
I guess so. Good thing she did, I guess, because we wouldn't have any
The
of
tea.
this. Damn. Yeah, good thing, big scare quotes. So Xiaoyu basically asks Shuiyang why he did all of this, and he says, actually, I'm the victim here. Let me give you the rest of my backstory. Which is that back in little kid Shuiyang times, he found the guy who made him take the letter to the other guy. This guy turns out to be Chang Xian. Remember the Chang clan who all extremely died? He's here.
I, of course, do not. But go on.
It's a rhetorical, do you remember? Baby Shuiyang is like, please throw the treats I was owed into my mouth, and Chang Xian says, fuck off, and he drives his cart over Shuiyang's hand, which basically crushes his pinky off, which, according to Shuiyang, is why he's allowed to be a sadist and mass murderer now. And Xiaoyu trying to bring him to justice was cancel culture. Xiaoyu is like, you have got to be kidding me. And Shuiyang, like, almost verbatim says, who cares if I killed, like, 100 people? He hurted my fingy. And says that Xiaoyu and Songlan couldn't possibly understand him, and outside of Baoshan Sanren's mountain is a society, and they don't fucking get it, bro. Xiaoyu calls him disgusting, which really makes him mad, so he's like, what right do you have to call me disgusting when you killed a bunch of alive people? Now check this out, and he summons Fierce Corpse Songlan to attack him. Xiaoyu Chen realizes just from the sword vibes who it is, and he's like, cause Songlan isn't talking, isn't answering him, and then Shuiyang says, LMAO, guess who you killed yesterday? And he taunts Xiaoyu Chen a lot. It's bad. Xiaoyu Chen just kind of, like, collapses onto the ground, grabs his sword, and slits his own throat. Hate to see it.
Yikes.
And then Shuiyang decides to be normal. He's like, hey, idiot, don't be dead at me. And he, like, tries to clean his corpse up and sits around with it, like, waiting for him to not be dead for the whole rest of the day. And tries to do a ritual to make him into a fierce corpse, but it doesn't work because his soul just shattered into a gazillion pieces. He's Jumbo Spicy Big Dead. And
total annihilation.
He's deader than dead.
Mm-hmm.
And Shuiyang eventually gets mad, and he's like, "Wake the fuck up, Daozhang! I'm gonna kill the little girl, and I'm gonna make Songlan kill everybody in this town, and I'll turn them all into zombies, and I'm gonna become the fucking double Joker." But obviously, nothing happens. So he decides he needs to find a spirit trapping pouch, so he leaves, and that's finally when Ah-Ching books it out of town, and she asks around for like any big sects that might be able to help. But nobody really listens to her. And she does that for a whole day, and then she's out at a watering hole, and guess who's caught up with her? It's the boy we all hate, Shuiyang. He's here. He bees obnoxious, and she just yells at him and curses him out and calls him disgusting, which is the word that activates his MK Ultra training now. And he blinds her for real, and right when he's about to cut her tongue out, Wei Wuxian comes out of empathy mode. All the junior disciples watching him are like, oh, poggers, he's good.
Oh my god!
Wei Wuxian gets up and thanks Ah-Ching's ghost, and she gestures for him to get killing. The juniors are like, what'd you see? And Wei Wuxian says, Shuiyang is Pokemon going to die. They go outside, and Lan Wangji's still fighting Shuiyang. They're pretty much neck and neck, because Lan Wangji has, like, better skills, but it's Shuiyang's territory. Lan Wangji is still, like, two-handed multitasking with his Gucci and keeping the zombies away. Songlan and Wenyang are still fighting. They're beating the shit out of each other. Wei Wuxian yells for Wenyang to hold Songlan down, which he does, and Wei Wuxian runs over and pulls the nails out of Songlan's head, and he just flops. I guess dead is the word, or whatever.
Dead fish,
and then,
at least.
yeah, and then somebody yells, "Give it back!" and then the chapter ends. It's a big boy.
That is true.
That's what happens.
It's a big boy.
It's a very, very thick boy. What is it? It's almost 20 pages.
It's a lot of them. I think the last one was longer.
And I'll tell you, I am so fucking glad that this flashback is
I'm
over.
so fucking done.
Like, the second I read the name of Lan Jingyi, I breathed such a huge sigh of relief. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Can I tell you, in my life of the last week trying to figure out what the fuck this book is about, I, like, lost my entire perspective on the broader plot, and now I only know what happened in the flashback. I vaguely know who Wei Wuxian is.
So you're, like, a very toxic minority of the fandom that actually that applies to?
No. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Well, the difference here is that those people care, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Those people, like, go out of their way to make this, like, the only thing that they give a shit about.
I've never heard of caring.
Right?
That's true. I wish I hadn't.
Never say to me the words Yi City arc. And
I did remember I wrote down Yi City. In my beginning notes of being like, where the fuck are they?
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't read a lot of the stuff before this.
One of the few things you gotta know about the Yi City arc is that it takes place in Yi City.
Yes.
I read the first, like, 5 chapters of the book. I read through Aggression.
Yeah.
And then I read most of Grass. And I listened to your summaries.
Okay,
which,
good.
I love you, hun. Super helpful.
Well,
it's like, what is this? So, my understanding of the events outside of Yi City arc, Empathy Zone arc, I would say
negligible.
I know the names of some of the people.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And I think, frankly, That's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's definitely good.
it is an
because
accomplishment.
It was very hard for me.
It is definitely an accomplishment.
It is an accomplishment.
I'm
There
not
are
even.
many
I wish I
names.
were joking about that.
No, there are many, many names. And
Dense layers of names.
they're not in English, which, I mean, it kind of naturally makes names a lot harder to memorize if English is your first language and your only language, and it's in a different language.
It's
Also,
language.
everybody, and
I'm
I
so
don't
tired.
know if this has to do with, like, fucking the fact that Wei Wuxian is in somebody else's body. That's still true, right?
Yeah.
I skipped
Yes.
a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's warged into.
Well, his soul is in Mo Xuanyu's body.
Yes.
And then he's
Yeah.
double, mind
And
powering.
then he's also in Ching
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
Ghost.
Yeah,
Girl.
Ching. I think Ching, like, did she warg into him?
They, like... Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because she
They're
like...
just together in her, like, mind palace.
Exactly,
Yeah.
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 See, I called it a mind palace a few episodes ago, and you got mad at me. But like,
Because I hate to remember Sherlock, and I hate
We
to
all
remember
do.
the way that my life was when I was into Sherlock.
we all do. You ain't special.
Shut up! Fuck. What came over us as a society where we looked at that and thought that it was good? Like, that, okay, not only with that, but with every fucking Stephen Moffat production.
The fucking Dark Ages.
I really don't know what the fuck we were doing. I really
Jesus.
don't.
I mean, what are we doing now?
That's
Let's
true.
Let's
It's
be
not any
perfectly
better.
honest.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
can't wait
not
to
any
look back
better.
on this in 2028 and be like, damn, what the fuck were we doing in 2020?
Wow, cringe, or whatever the equivalent of cringe is going to be in 2028.
They'll invent a new verb for it.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to filling that lexical gap.
Can't wait to be 40.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Right? Anyway, speaking of never say to me the words,
So Ah-Ching says Shui-Yang and Xiao Chen is just gone.
yeah.
The brain is gone. And he's like, what the I'm sorry, where did you learn that name?
Where did you learn that language, young lady?
And she's like, it's that motherfucker. It's that same dude. Like, I saw him kill a girl.
It's our roommate,
It's our freaking
you
roommate.
dingus. Like,
And like,
Wait, I have a clarifying question because this
Go right
is
ahead.
something that tripped me up.
yes.
How long does this empathy flashback take place over in the flashback? It's like several years, right?
yeah, it's like 2 years.
They're hanging out with this murderer in their like coffin house
Yeah.
slash fucking odd couple setup.
Uh-huh.
For, like,
And they
2
never
years.
asked his name.
Yep.
Not even once.
He went out of his way to not ask his name. It's simply none of my business, he said.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to
whose
pry.
name do they put on the fucking lease? Come on.
They just no, they're squatting. They're squatting.
This man is on the lease. You see
This
the
man
way
ain't
he
got a
acts.
job.
You
But
think
if I have to suffer a society with landlords, so too must these motherfuckers.
you see the way this boy acts, and you think that he's really going to be beholden to a lease? This man is beholden to nothing but his missing pinky finger.
This
Yeah,
man
you're
be
right,
holding
though.
these bees, if you ask me.
He can be
Jesus.
holding my Deez nuts.
Honestly,
Bye.
good lord.
Tired of this disrespect. But fucking
They are squatting though. Like
yeah, they're literally squatting
Yeah.
in this coffin house. But
they just
anyway,
saw this coffin house and they were like, "Let's live here. Yeah, it's good. It's normal to live here."
like Ah-Ching makes up this story about a very young woman getting killed by Shui-Yang. And like it's a nice save because she seemed to have found the highest impact, quickest way to guarantee Xiao Chen pays attention.
Oh yeah,
Because it's like young innocent woman. Go do it. Go get him.
she's so fucking smart. She's like just the shining star of this arc. Like not just
Oh, yeah.
not just in being as smart as she is, but in being the most compelling character. Like by far, I would just be skimming this entire arc if it weren't for her.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Big agree.
Yeah.
I
She's so good.
She's the only part that I was like, I I like somebody.
Yeah, really.
She's so good. She's so good.
She's so good.
She's smart.
She's
I
so
like
fucking
her.
smart.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's incredibly clever.
She's just a kid.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She's like 14.
Well, I guess at this
Okay,
point
that's
she's
a
like
kid.
16, but
She's
yeah.
just a kid, and life is a nightmare, as
There
it
you
turns
go.
out.
So
To me.
you know?
But like, and so she says all of this, and she's like, "Come on, he's freaking crazy! Like, please, just get your shit together and let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, get your life right.
And like, she has to make up this lie because she cannot tell him about the fact that Songlan was out there, and that was
She can't tell this man
a thing.
Yeah.
We can't do that. And Xiao Xingchen is just like, this shit broke our man so hard. He has to grasp at nonsensical straws. He's sounding like a chud on Twitter.
God.
But his voice is different, and that's like his strongest argument.
What kind of funny voice has Shui-Young been doing this whole time? Like, hello there, Dojang. He's just doing like Donald Duck voice for like 2 years.
God, he like tries to mimic having a stoma.
I hate that. Jesus.
Of course, I was deceiving you.
But yeah, so and then it occurs to her, oh, I know the key. It's fingies.
It's fingies, and so she tells him it's fingies.
Yep.
And he just like he fucking like falls to the ground. And
He does a funny comedy fall.
he
Yeah.
does a funny comedy fall, and I did have a brain blast
Oh?
at this moment. I realized that if he weren't such a pushover, he could have been like a Chinese Vampire Times version of Inigo Montoya.
Oh my god.
Like, excuse me, do you happen to have 4 fingers on your left hand? I ask everyone I meet. You know?
If fucking only.
He could maraud around trying to seek revenge for his dead boyfriend, and it would have been cool and compelling, and he would have whipped ass.
This fucking fool has to be like, no, everybody's good and normal. I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen, ever.
He had to be a centrist.
It is with a heavy heart.
He couldn't go out with his cool, fancy sword and duel until he found the man who killed his lover. You know? Hello, my name is Xiao Xingchen. You killed my lover. Prepare to die.
Fuck you. So,
Would have been a
done
better
now.
story, though.
right?
Yeah.
God, I
me.
wish.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm
Jesus.
sorry. I just hate this milquetoast ass bullshit.
I'm so tired.
I understand because it's his Tao, but
Yeah, it's that Taoist. But, he's on his Taoism, but so he's like, well, how'd you find out that he has 9 fingies? He couldn't possibly have let you take a little feel.
and she deals him another psychic damage hit.
Yeah,
and that's how I visualize it. Like
Yeah.
this series of like confessions. It's like hitting him physically with psychic damage.
And then the rumor come out, does Ah Ching can see?
The rumor true.
The rumor true.
The rumor
Many
true.
are saying.
I mean, you got to get out all the terrible news at once. He's not going to get any less mentally stable from this point. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty much rock bottom, poor dear.
I mean, she still goes out of her way to not tell him about the whole,
So on.
that whole mess.
Can't do that.
But she kind of just lets it all spill out, and, she says that she's scared that he would have made her fuck off if he found out that she wasn't actually blind. And
Yeah.
it's a good reminder that she still is just, like, very much a child who is lonely because she's had a hard life, and this
Yeah.
is, like, the only person who's ever, like, treated her kindly, and not with,
Of course
like,
she would want to stick
pity.
around.
Yeah.
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 I got fucking sad about her, like, candy thing. Like, genuinely, it
Yeah.
upset me.
God.
Yeah.
We'll get to
me,
some.
it hurt my feelings.
To me, it hurt my feelings.
Yeah, that was just like an extra twist of the knife.
Yeah,
after
just
all that shit happened.
more psychic damage.
But Xiaoyu Chen, he starts crying blood again.
As he does.
And I mean, rip to literally everybody here, but the crying blood thing is so fucking metal. It's so cool.
And he fucking says, no, it's fine, this is victory mascara.
God!
He's like, no, I'm fine, I'm good.
This is the fruit punch of my body.
The fruit punch of Christ? The fruit punch of Christ? It says fucking originally the injury of his eyes would bleed whenever he had excessive thoughts or emotions. Head empty for 2 years.
Fucking says, I'm starting to feel feelings again, you know, like when you were a teenager.
Oh.
What's it called when words happen in your brain? Oh, thinking? Damn. Haven't had that happen in a while.
That's a rare treat for me.
We stan a relatable kid.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm kinning and
Finally,
standing.
some representation.
Himbo rights. Himbo rights.
I'm just saying.
But fucking anyway, Xiaoyu Chen's brain has completely melted.
Yeah,
total blue screen of death. He's like, I don't why?
Get it. Yeah.
If it was him, like, why? He should have killed me. I mean, he would have killed me if he was Shui Yang. I just don't get. Why was he here for so long?
Because he had the owies when you found him. Don't you remember?
Yeah. And I mean, Ah-Cheng's like, no, he's been wanting to kill you.
He's been spending 2 years planning how best to kill you. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
He just took advantage of your kindness. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And Ah-Cheng, she really knows how to get her point across.
Oh, yeah.
And among everything else about her, I respect that so much.
I have, like, all of my respect in these arcs are going to her.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
Yeah. So, like, Wei Wuxian comes in and he's hashtag thonking, and he's like, yeah, like, she's trying her best, and that would be the good move to just, you know, run away as fast as we can, but,
clearly this didn't happen.
with all due respect, this idiot Xiaoyu Chen is gonna try to get answers.
Of course.
Cause you gotta.
Of course.
And because Wei Wuxian is right, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, Xiaoyu Chen's like, all right, Ah-Cheng, run away from here.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, we're going together, dude. I thought I fucking told you. Like, did I stutter? And Xiaoyu Chen's like, no, I have to stay with him. I'm the only one who can fix him. I mean,
Jesus.
deal with him. Like, I'm really sorry, but reading this, it really hit me how, like scarily this whole narrative kind of lines up with a domestic partnership abuse narrative.
It's fucking horrible.
It's awful. Xiaoyu Chen deserved better.
Yeah, he's a dumbass and he's a centrist, but he deserves better.
He deserves better, and he's like, no, I have to stay here. I'm afraid that he's gonna hurt people, you know, if I'm not here to keep deal with him. Mm-hmm. Basically, I gotta stay here. He's been like this. He's always been like this.
He says he'd just be like this.
He'd just be like this. Oh, God.
Like, I have a question.
A bitch is tired. Yes.
I bet I have an answer.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So Xiaoyu Chen says, I need to find out what exactly he's trying to do. What all could he be trying to do, dude? Apologize? Couldn't be him.
He's literally
Do you think he's
trying
gonna
to fuck with you, man.
What do you think he's doing? Is he, like, at the ancient Chinese Vampire Times Target getting a box of chocolates and saying, I'm sorry? Like, what could he possibly be
have?
Yeah.
Like, it baffles me.
Maybe he wants to be friends.
I was in the woods building a water park for us to have wholesome fun in. It takes time.
I have 2 tickets to fucking ancient Chinese Disneyland. I wanted to take you with me as an apology.
I'm organizing Ancient Chinese Vampire Times Warp Tour. We're gonna go on it.
I was beating our friendship bracelets.
I'm just saying.
I made you a cookie, but I eated it.
Don't you dare. Oh. Wow. Oh, God. Fucking, but, anyway, they're still kind of arguing, and Shuiyang is on his way back.
Yep. He went and he got their groceries, and he's coming back. Oh wait, MJ, what was the answer?
Maybe he wanted to be friends.
Oh
yeah, maybe he wanted to be friends.
The obvious choice. Yeah, I mean, clearly.
I'm really smart, and I understand how stories work. I do have a question that you will have an answer to.
Yes.
Okay.
When Wei Wuxian is empathizing, is experiencing the emotion of empathy, he can't like do anything. He's just like watching it.
No,
and also he's like alone in there, right? He can't like commune with Ah-Ching.
Right. He's basically watching everything happen through her POV.
He's watching an episode of Cold Case and yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my next question. Like, him fucking popping in and editorializing is just to remind us that he's still the person the book's about,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Fucking peanut gallery. Yeah.
Extremely.
So...
So Shuiyang's like, what's up, you guys? He, like, kicks the door, and Xiao Xingchen's like, fucking, okay, I'll deal with him when he comes in. You just need to get the fuck out of here, okay? And she's terrified.
Yeah, and Shuiyang's like, knock, knock, bitch, let me in.
This part genuinely fucking tense for me.
Yeah.
It was Haribo.
Yeah. It
and
is.
He's got this tone of voice that's like, hey, guys.
It's me, your nameless roommate.
Yeah, it's me, your boy.
Back
I'm
from
home.
the grocery store.
I got some snacks. I'm gonna cut up some apples and make them look like cute little bunnies. Let me in.
I can't believe you guys haven't left for the store yet. What are you doing? Like, let me in. I'm so tired.
So my feet for like an hour.
I was like walking around and I had to do manual labor, aka lifting a basket, which I don't know if you've ever had to experience that before, but I'm so tired.
Fucking Ah-Ching is like shaking and upset and just like making her voice like, oh my god, you're already back from the store? What? Like, I was so upset for her.
And she's like, how are you tired, you fucking idiot? Like, she's like, I'm trying to see which outfit is better, which is hard to do because I'm blind. Excuse you, none of your business.
Shuiyang's like, whatever, like, you're just gonna look the same regardless. Like, come on, open the damn door.
I wanna take a little nappy
Fucking
nap.
terrible friend.
He's awful.
The worst. He sucks
He does
so much.
nothing but insult her, dude.
He's the
Fuck
fucking...
your friendship bracelet.
I'm not making one for you. There aren't even any colors that, like, match you. Whatever.
You put green and purple? What is this, Shrek?
Ew. He's the most, like, I'm not touching her ass, bitch. Like, oh my god. These two are just the siblings in the back of the car.
God, because they're around the same age.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. He's like a year older than her.
In this part, yep.
They're fucking fighting over the Game Boy. I get
are.
it. I've been there.
But,
Daosheng says it's my turn with the Game Boy.
And so Shuiyang's like, open the door, and Ah-Ching's like, fucking, you can kick the door down for all I care. I'm not gonna open that shit for you. Shuiyang's like, bet.
Yeah.
It's Shuiyang's time to bet.
And he Kool-Aid Man's in, and
why didn't they believe that this boy was gonna follow through on something that he threatened? When has he ever not followed through on something that he threatened?
That's the thing. He does follow through on literally everything that he threatens. Like,
and
I've
violently.
Noted it. Yeah, like I've noted it several times already. But like, so
yeah, he walks the walk.
Yeah, he kicks the door down. He takes a little bite of his little apple. Not the donkey. He takes a bite of his apple, and then,
Xiao Xingchen, surprise! It's a surprise goring.
Yeah, surprise goring, and then the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme plays. And I completely forgot that Xiaoyu Chen stabbed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just kind of got right to it.
Yeah.
I guess...
Which I can respect.
I guess he knew that it wasn't going to kill him, though, because being stabbed through the stomach and nearly eviscerated does not kill cultivators.
No.
Somehow. Not even if they haven't reached immortality. It's just kind of like, oh, I've been gored.
I'm just thinking about the part later on in the novel when, like, Wei Wuxian gets his gut sliced open and his intestines come out.
That's
and he's just
what I was talking about.
Shoving them back in, just like, no, give me a second, I'm good. Like,
God.
Just regular shit.
It's like a Devilman crybaby.
God.
He gets gored at least, I would say, 10 times throughout that entire series. And he's fine like 5 minutes later.
Sometimes he just turned into a donut.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're like that dude in Kung Pao who got his chest punched out. You keep that chunk on a chain.
I really didn't know that I was going to have Kung Pao Enter the Fist invoked in my mind in the year of our Lord 2020.
Should I have given you a warning?
I mean, content warning Kung Pao, maybe.
I'm sorry. I will. I'm listening and learning, and I will be better in the future.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to your official statement release in these complicated times.
Doing what's right.
I just wanted to come on here and say, I know I've been off the internet for so long. It's been about 2 hours since my last post.
I've been reflecting.
I just need to let you guys know that I've just been really doing some reflecting, and I think what's best for Longling Jean at this time
we can't do this.
is just for everyone to forget about the bad things that I did in the past and just let me move on and get richer.
Because, like, there's zombies around.
Because there are zombies out here.
They haven't faced justice.
Like, there are demonic cultivators in our midst that, like, still haven't faced justice. So, you shouldn't be focusing on all the things that I've been doing. I don't know why that just kind of became a jiggy thing.
It just is. It just is.
Fuck, dude.
God,
that was awful.
MJ, God, I wish you had any idea what we were talking about. It's so fucking stupid. You know?
Do you remember Jeffree Star, MJ?
I do. No, I get that half of it.
Okay, good. The rest of it you don't need to worry about.
Yeah.
God.
Okay. They're like, something possessed me. Something really took hold of my spirit there. But anyway, Xiaoyu Chen tells Qing to get the fuck out.
And she does.
She does initially, and then she circles back around and goes to her little squatting spot because she needs the tea.
Yep. Gotta know. So Shueyong fucking...
He just got stabbed. Yeah, he's fucking vibing.
Yeah, he's vibing. He takes a bite of his apple because he's the Joker. I don't know how many fucking times in this episode I'm going to say it, but the words "become the damn Joker" are going to come out of my mouth a lot.
He is the Joker.
In this episode. He is the Joker.
He has become. And Xiaoyu Chen's like, what the fuck did you want from me? What did you want to accomplish here? And Shueyong's like, It's like maybe I was born, and that like translated to me like, man, if you're too dumb to know a long con when you see not to know a long con when you see one, you were hopeless to begin with. You don't need it explained to you because you're not gonna get it anyway.
Oh, he gonna get some shit explained to him though, whether he likes it or not, because then Shueyong is like, do you want to hear my tragic backstory? And Xiaoyu Chen says no, and then he tells it anyway.
He says, well, I'm going to tell it anyways. Yeah. And that was how I felt about almost every chapter in this arc.
And I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. I am so sick of this bitch. Like, so he goes into his whole sad backstory. And like we did last time, I think it was last time, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it because it's more children getting abused.
Yeah. He basically rehashes the last half of the story that he told a couple chapters ago.
It's his fucked up Pinky origin story.
And he says he was 7, when all of this happened. And I was like, I put down a note, and 7 he remained.
Oh, yeah. There's a part...
completely stopped his cognitive development, apparently.
Yeah, he's just emotionally 7, and he has been for like 10 years. I wrote that later on in the chapter. One of my notes is just he's 7. He's 7.
He's 7.
But so he tells his story, and like the guy who fucked up his pinky was Mr. Chung Xian, who was Chung Ping's father.
Mm-hmm. And he goes on to blame the entire Yue Yongchang clan for running his pinky over.
Yeah, he says, I have every right to become the damn Joker, take it up with Chung Xian.
Do you remember the last time somebody made a
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this universe, is Pinky more important? Because I feel like I would get over that.
No,
you know what?
He's just a petty bitch.
I was thinking about it, and I think it was on MXTX's part, it was probably a "Do you think this means anything?" thing, where it's like, kind of, oh god, what am I trying to say? It's a visual representation of Shui-Yong's thought processes and why he does what he does, in that it's completely self-absorbed, and he will take any small slight against him and use it as an excuse to wreak complete havoc. But
so they're doing like symbolism here.
Yeah,
maybe it's a symbolism. Maybe it's a funny symbolism. That could just be me chugging my own dick, but
the symbolism.
That kind of struck me as I was rereading the chapter.
Yeah. Like, that's exactly it, though. And, like, after reading this again, I do kind of appreciate the way this comes out, because, like, usually when a villain gives their big tragic backstory, like, we and the characters in the story, at least for a second, gain a bit of understanding, like, oh, that explains it. But, like, here, even Xiao Shen, who is, like, the least critical-minded person in the novel thus far, is like, that doesn't explain anything! What the fuck is wrong with you? Which is extra validating, because Shui-Young starts this out by explicitly saying, time for you to feel sorry for me, and then nobody does.
Yeah. He's just completely existing on another plane of thought where he is the only person who has ever been wronged.
He's the pettiest bitch. There's
Absolutely.
like nothing else to it. He has zero perspective, because Xiao Chen is like, how does that explain anything? How is your little baby pinky fingy equal to 50 fucking people? And he's like, it was my pinky, so take it up with God.
Like, that's it. That's the mindset.
Yeah.
That's the whole damn thing.
He's like, I only killed 50 people. It was my finger, though, so, like,
He said my finger was my own, while those lives were other people's.
My fingy?
Like, there are not other people on this planet who matter other than me.
Nope.
I'm sorry about it. Like, whew!
He just, yeah.
I hate to say it, but he's probably an Aries.
He's... Oh, yeah, he doesn't have a canon birthday.
He doesn't have a canon birthday, so I think he might be an Aries. I'm really sorry.
Can't help being an Aries.
I'm not claiming him as an Aries. I just think that it is an unfortunate fact.
An Aries thing to do.
It is an Aries thing to do.
It's Aries passing.
Yeah. God.
But it's also like the kind of
excuse me.
It's also the kind of like self-centered, and like not in a, just like self-centered in the actual literal meaning of the term.
Yeah.
Self-centered perspective that a child would have, but once again, it's a child who's fucked up and violent. As always.
A murder baby.
Yeah, murder baby. So Xiao Chen is like, this is okay, whatever. Then why
did you wipe out a whole temple?
Yeah, that temple had nothing to do with the Chungs. What the hell?
Why did you blind Song Zichen? And Shui-Yang's like, well, why'd you stop me? It's basically your fault I killed all those people. I mean, I can't believe you won't let me do whatever I want. I thought that this was a free country. You're not just gonna let me kill indiscriminately? What the fuck is wrong with you?
So much for the tolerant left, he says. He says, this is what happens when you don't stay in your lane.
This is what happens when you vote blue no matter who.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
I don't need this. But yeah, he says that, when you left Baoshan Sanren's mountain, you should have known that you were coming into a society.
He said, if you couldn't understand the happenings of this world, then you shouldn't have come. And taken out of context, I really gotta admit, with great shame, that Shui Yang is correct here. Xiao Xingchen really should have thought a little harder about it before he came out.
He did get told by Baoshan Sanren, hey, down there is a society.
He was warned that it was a society down here.
He was warned that it was a society.
He was warned of the societal repercussions.
So, I guess under these circumstances, unfortunately, we do gotta hand it to him.
Yeah, I'm handing it to him extremely reluctantly. I'm doing that thing where while I'm handing it to him, I'm still kind of holding on to it because I don't want to let it go. But we are having to hand it to him in this instance. I'm
handing it to him with the hand movement of, like, when you're holding, like, a nasty, dirty rag or something, like...
Oh, the pinch? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, the pinch. Yeah, just take that. That's yours, I guess. And then wash my hands of him. And
Xiao Xingchen just calls him disgusting.
Which you don't call a man,
Which you don't call this boy named Shui Yang.
Yeah.
And he's out for blood now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where he gets serious. He goes absolute fucking Joker mode psycho. He says, you know, I don't care what you think. You think you're so good, blah, blah, blah. You know, he says, would I care? See if I care if you call me disgusting, which is exactly what you say when you definitely don't care if anybody thinks you're disgusting.
Yeah. And he's like, anyway, who are you to talk?
Yeah.
And Xiao Xingchen's like, what?
And I actually, like, this is another thing that I actually... So, like, it was kind of around this point when I was reading that, I realized that we hadn't gotten any thoughts or reactions or interjections or anything from, Wei Wuxian or Ah-Ching, in a while. And as I thought about it, I was like, you know, it makes sense that we don't, because it's just so obvious that everything Shui Yang is saying is just ludicrous, unreasonable nonsense that's only morally logical to someone like him. You know, like, even if Xiao Xingchen has done some objectionable, centrist, dumbass shit, it doesn't mean that any of this makes any sense. So, like...
Oh, God! Because, this whole shit really was the most #twisted revenge long game I've experienced in a long-ass time.
Yeah, it just... Yeah, none of his logic makes any sense.
Not at all.
And so, like... Wei Wuxian and Ah-Ching, like, they don't need to jump in because it's, like, obvious how fucking completely ridiculous all of this is.
Yeah, we don't really need that counter voice. Like,
yeah,
we can take it at face value.
Yeah,
for what it is. Mm-hmm. Oof.
But then he brings out the big guns.
He does.
The big emotion guns, and he says, "Hey, remember when we like killed zombies and stuff?
Hey, why don't we do that anymore? Why do you think?" And Xiao Xingchen's like, why are you bringing this up?
Why talking?
Why talking now? Shui Yang's like, I don't know, it just kind of sucks you're blind. So, like, you couldn't see the fact that I actually, like, cut out the tongues of those people and pretended they were walking corpses.
Isn't that funny?
So that you would, like, kill them and stuff without knowing that they were alive. So you just, like, killed this whole village. Like...
Isn't that funny that I, like, totally coaxed you into a snafu?
I coaxed you into a snafu? And, like, Xiao Xingchen's like, you coaxed me into a snafu? He finally got there.
It took him, what, 10 fucking pages of this chapter, plus God knows how many other...
Yeah. And Shui Yang's like, yes, fuck, I have been. Jesus, welcome to page 361.
Christ.
Like, oh my God. I can't believe when I was bullshitting you bought it.
Yeah.
But when I'm literally being my full 100% honest and authentic self, you can't. It's almost like my full 100% honest and authentic self is fucking batshit insane.
If you can't handle me at my regular Joker, you don't deserve me at my double Joker.
Yeah.
So,
he's hyper Joker.
He's a hyper Joker.
Xiao Xingchen just, like, freaks out and starts swinging his sword at Shui Yang, telling him to shut up.
Yep. Which, if only he had done this from the start.
God. And he's like, all right, well, I mean, if you don't believe me, then take it up with the dude behind you. We'll see if I'm bullshitting then.
Yeah. Take it up with the girl reading this, and he swings around.
He swings around, and he gets a vibe from the sword clash, which is not gay.
Yeah, it's actually extremely straight to recognize your best friend's sword at first touch.
From the crossing of swords, yes. Yeah. And he's like...
Frankly, to me, it's a heterosexual ritual.
It's...
Yeah. 100%.
It's just guys being dudes. It's locker room stuff. It's definitely not symbolic that these are swords that are phallic or anything.
No.
It's
no.
Oh, no.
And Xiao Xingchen, okay, like, these next consecutive lines are like the most heartbreaking lines in the whole damn thing.
This part fucking sucks.
Sucks.
He's like...
Xiao Xingchen asks with ultimate cautiousness, "Is that you, Zichen?" There was no answer. Songlan's corpse stood behind him.
You hate it.
Bruh, I hated when it happened in the last chapter, and I hate when it happened now. And I just really wish that she would stop doing this to us, because this hurts me physically.
It making me hurt.
The
like,
problem is, Songlan is completely silent.
Yeah, that's the thing with it.
That's the thing with it.
Sometimes you become zombie with tongue cut out.
Yeah, and
he's on mute.
He's all mute. He's not responding. He's not even saying anything, which, clearly very odd.
And this goes on for such a long time. Like, he's just, like, you start to feel it, because he's like, Xiao Xingchen is, like, searching for any kind of confirmation that this is Songlan, and, like, it's like, he knows. He knows. But,
he
like...
knows. He's
but
like,
there's
he's
just...
like...
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, fine. It's just, like, it's just silent.
Yeah, he double checks the sword, reads the characters on the sword. He's like, Zichen Dao Chong Song, is that you?
Mm-hmm.
And just nothing. He's getting nothing, and he's crying more blood, and he starts just breaking down.
Yeah, the most upsetting line in this entire arc to me is the "Can anybody say something?"
Yeah, it just says he had completely fallen apart. Oh.
That fucking sucks.
And of course, Shui Yang is the one to say something.
And he laughs because he's Joker.
Like, can anybody else fucking say something?
Honest
I
to
hate
God,
this guy.
I hate this
Please,
bitch.
God.
I'm so sick of this bitch.
Throw
oh my
him in
God.
the dump.
God. Bump and dump.
So he's like, I don't have to tell you who you killed yesterday, do I? And
he's like, do you want to give him a hug? I fucking... Ooh!
Oof, ouch.
Ooh, she's mad.
Wow, you're so touched to see him again that you're crying. That's so cute. And he's just like...
I want to give this kid a fucking swirly so bad.
I want to give this kid a swirly so bad. And it says he's like pacing, and he's like, oh, in a terrifying tone of both wrath and ecstasy, saving the world. What a joke. You can't even save yourself. Like,
bro, I know. He's full Joker at this point.
He's full Joker. Like, literally the only good thing I can say about Shui Yang in this chapter is that I'm sure out there somewhere there are folks who genuinely had a great time reading this.
Yeah, there's proof of that. There's ample proof of that.
I'm glad they did, because I really did not. I'm glad it has an audience, though, because this was fucking torturous. I hate characters like this. I know it's been on the record, and I would like it to stay on the record because this is awful.
Yeah. So Shuiyang takes out a marker and writes "damaged" on his forehead, and he accuses Xiao Xingchen of, he says he failed, and he says, you asked for all of this.
You're the only one to blame. And Wei Wuxian gets...
he does a parallels.
He kins a little.
He kins a little!
A little bit of kin. Just a touch of kin.
Just a little...
As a treat.
A twinge of kin.
As a treat. Just a little kin snack.
And listen, Wei Wuxian is not giving himself nearly enough credit here.
He's not, yeah.
He's not. I can see it, but it sure ain't a 1-to-1.
Yeah, but it's like, for me, like, it's the Prussian.
It is the Prussian,
because,
as it turns
like,
out.
I feel like this, I'm doing air quotes, acknowledgement of Shuiyang's criticisms of Xiao Xingchen and Wei Wuxian's relating to them go hand in hand in the fact that neither Xiao Chen nor Wei Wuxian really value themselves. Like, they always put other people before themselves, and that extends into even latching onto, like, just unreasonable nonsense criticisms. Like, Shueyong is the fucking depression brain telling you that you fucked up and you suck.
Yeah, he's a literal personification of that.
He's the depression voice saying you suck for all of these dumbass illogical reasons. And Ah Ching is, like, the normal people brain going, not even entertaining the thought of it. Which is why she's so quiet, because she knows it's bullshit. Anybody with a fucking normal brain would know that it's bullshit. And, like, even when you have depression, you can take moments where you're, like, objectively like, I know this doesn't make sense, I know it's stupid, but, like, you can't help it.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the brain.
Yep. There is Shueyong. He is depression.
Shueyong become depression. So
Xiao Chen is officially broken.
He becomes Madoka Witch.
He becomes Madoka Witch. He begs Shueyong to let him go. And he's like, oh, didn't you just want to stab me to death a minute ago? Where's that energy? Bring that energy back. I want to see it.
Get your smize back.
Fucking lift your head up, queen. Your crown is falling.
Lift your head up, queen, your bandage is falling.
Oh! Oh my god!
I hate it.
So, fucking Xiao Chen, he knows he doesn't really have a chance because Songlan is gonna protect this nasty little boy. And he's like, he just won. He won again. This is like a 3 strikes and you're out kind of situation, honestly. Because, I mean, there was the initial massacre, then there was the
temple.
Baishui, I had to remember it.
Yeah.
The Baishui Temple massacre, and now there's this. I mean, I don't blame him. I kind of would, too.
Remember when this bitch got kebabbed like 5 minutes ago? God, I wish that had just stayed that way.
There are so many, I'm sorry, not to spoil anything, but there are so many times Shueyong comes so close to death in this book. And it gets me so excited, only to find out later, nah, he's still kicking. Fuck this guy.
Can you imagine how many problems would have been solved if the fucking brain genius sect leaders had just listened to NMJ and just killed him right on the spot?
I wish. I goddamn wish.
God, I fucking stand.
Our lives would have been so much better.
MJ, I need you to know, you share 2 out of 3 initials with objectively the best character of this entire novel.
Thank God.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of bad MJs in the world, so I fucking need it. I need a win.
It's Nye Magdalene Jenny to me.
Good. I love that for me.
Sorry, I'll just bleep out their last name.
No, it's in my handle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
People are allowed to know what my name is.
Yeah, you're like an actual professional or whatever.
I am technically a professional podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
I get most of the time. I get paid for it.
Hey,
that
Not
fucking
all
rules.
the time. Once in a while.
It took us 45 episodes, but we finally have some clout.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. We have a professional podcaster in the house.
Ever be described as anything resembling clout.
You are laden with clout to us.
Just
they call me no clout MJ. On account of my no clout.
The clout deficiency.
I have to take a clout supplement.
Vitamin C, baby. Fucking God. Anyway, Xiao Chen decides to throw in the towel permanently.
Yep.
He goes ahead and hits it. He gives himself his own Joker smile a few inches down.
Don't.
That's the old... Sorry about it.
I mean, you're right, is the sad thing.
I'm coping. This is me coping.
Then it is unimpeachable.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
So anyway, he sinks to the ground and Shueyong's like, wait.
He goes, ha ha ha, It's a funny comedy halt, and then...
And he, like, almost cries. I'm glad he didn't end up actually crying, because I would have been a lot angrier if he had.
Yeah.
Because he does not deserve to shed a single tear for this man.
And then, so this is where he becomes normal.
This is where
he just starts
normal.
doing some absolutely regular shit.
He starts just going ahead and cleaning them up.
Well, first he yells at him for dying. He's like, way to off yourself, idiot. And then he starts cleaning him up.
Well, yeah. He's like, well, I'm glad you're dead now, because at least you'll freaking listen to me. God.
Sure,
as if he hadn't spent the past, 2.5 years listening to Shui-Yong. And
I know.
Just saying whatever the fuck he wanted to say, and just accepting it without criticism or pushback at all. God. Oh, but...
There's this part right before he starts cleaning up his corpse where he's feeling for his breathing and checking for his pulse, and it says, as though he thought that he wasn't dead enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he wasn't rigid enough.
Yeah!
Hey.
God.
This is so, I can see this... I can see this so easily being played for comedy.
Oh, yeah. It's like a perfect montage.
Yeah, he just stops and then, checking him and, picking up his wrist and dropping it and just poking him with a stick.
He just gets him ready. He gets him ready for
He fucking gives him a sponge bath and changes his fucking bandages.
Yeah, he
Gross.
He prepares him for the undeadening.
Yeah, he puts him in a little tuxedo and he gets him all dressed up. And
they are in a coffin home.
Yeah.
And he sets him up in the table, and this is where I wrote my note that Shui-Yong is 7.
Shui-Yong is 7.
He's 7 years old.
He's sitting there waiting.
Yeah,
and
he's 7 years old. He's playing with doll.
He is. He's because the line that made me, and I highlighted it, I circled it, I drew stars around it. It's probably thinking that the two of them would be able to meet after just a short while. His mood grew better and better.
Yep.
So he thinks he's just gonna undead.
Yeah, because he's so confident in his abilities of bringing a fierce corpse back to life. But the one thing that he did not take into consideration is that he truly broke this man more thoroughly than he had ever broken any of his other victims before, as his soul was gone. So he does this. He draws this whole array underneath Xiaoyu, he pretties him up, and he just sits there and waits. And it never happens.
It never happens.
It never happens. And that was the only joy I got from this half of the chapter is Shui-Yong not getting what he wanted.
For the first fucking time.
For the first fucking time, he gets irritated with it. He gets mad. He tries to figure out whether he, did something wrong. So he redraws the whole fucking array. And he sits on the ground and he just stares at Xiaoyu, just waiting for him to come back to life. And...
Doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Can we talk a little bit about the other things that he does? Because he's doing a lot at this part. He's doing very normal behavior. He puts all the fruits in the basket, and he cleans the house, and he puts some straw into Ah-Cheng's coffin that she sleeps in, and
he makes it nice. He gets it nice and ready for his new obedient servant.
I don't like that.
No.
It fucking sucks to see, personally.
I fucking hate it. And he takes out the last piece of candy that Xiaoyu gave him, and he almost eats it, but then he doesn't. And I want to get to that because I think it's a little bit more of symbolism. But I want to get to it when we kind of come back to the candy thing.
Yeah. Because it's definitely mirrored.
We have some other sad candy to talk about in a little bit.
More sad candy.
That's my least favorite flavor. I also want to... Sorry, I feel like I'm just, talking a lot, but,
No, you're good. I need it. I don't know what's going on.
But, the thing that strikes me about him acting like this, after doing this murder when he's already done so many other murders before, is, it's okay, time for me to be Mr. True Crime. It just makes me think about how, serial killers tend to have specific modus operandi, and they get very weird when, doing things differently is even suggested to them. Like, and if they do commit a murder that, like, in some way is different from their usual MO, that seems to be when they get caught. Right. And what he usually does, because what Shueyang usually does is, like, he just kills a bunch of people that he doesn't know, just hack and slash, maybe plays with them a little bit, torture.
He'd be killing whoever.
He'd be killing whoever, but this time, this is so different. This is just brutally manipulating and tormenting and pushing to suicide somebody that he became very intimately acquainted with.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very roommates with.
Extremely roommates.
And this bitch is like, I didn't think there'd be a difference. I thought all murders was the same. He's seven.
Yep. Just like, and it's very sad to see.
Yeah.
Incredibly sad to see.
It's pathetic.
Absolutely. Yeah. Pathetic is a great word for it. It's absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
So he eventually ends up like checking over Xiaoyu Chen and like does an actual analysis to see whether, there's anything in there. And Wei Wuxian knows. It says Wei Wuxian knew. Mm-hmm. What he could still detect was probably just a few strands of a fragmented soul. I'm just like, it's time for him to learn that his actions have consequences!
Damn, about fucking time.
Shueyang sowing. Yeah, this rules, dude. Shueyang reaping. What the fuck?
Yeah. Literally, quote unquote,
hook, line, and sinker, whatever.
Yeah.
On the money.
Yep. He had never expected something like this to happen.
How could this have happened? I tortured him for years. And he killed himself? And his soul is shattered? How could this have happened?
In what universe does this make sense?
Who did this? Laughing, crying emoji.
Oh.
He had died completely.
Yep.
He had died completely, and Wei Wuxian could finally catch a few traces of that ignorant, confused child. I'm like, traces?
It is a full and explicit portrait to me.
Yeah, like the only difference between Shueyang here and Shueyang then is that the Shueyang of the here, his balls have dropped.
Stop.
That's it. That's the only difference. There's no marked difference other than this one
is like
debatably went through puberty.
Debatably.
I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't fucking know. It's not my business.
It's not my business. Shueyang is none of my business.
That's true.
I mind my business. I do not mind Shueyang's business. I mind my own business because I like being mentally sound.
I like to have a good time.
I like to have a good time on the internet. And otherwise, just in general. It's easiest for me to have a good time on the internet, but so I avoid it. Thank you.
Sorry about it.
So
Sadie has a question.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're seeing this from Ah-Cheng's perspective. Is she hiding, or does he just not care that she's there and like
she's
not
hiding?
Okay,
she's hiding.
She's like watching through a window.
She was like in the fucking house because she was having her like sassy conversation with him.
Well, he told her to run away, or Xiaoyu Chen told her to run away, and she did run away. And
she just kind of only a little bit ran.
Yeah,
okay,
she let it sneak in.
I'm back in.
Yeah.
I'm back in.
Yeah, she like ran through the door when he kicked the door open, and then ran off, and then came back around and is looking through the window.
Yeah.
Yep. So now, Shueyang throws a hissy fit.
He throws a hissy fit. The 5 stages of grief are a little bit fucked up here.
Yeah.
He starts threatening to kill everybody, to kill Ah-Cheng, to kill frickin' Yi City.
Yeah.
On the entirety, to make Sung Lan kill a bunch of people.
And
he's just freaking out because Xiaoyu Chen won't wake up. And I'm just like, am I supposed to feel bad for that bitch? Because I don't.
He is a man of his word. I mean, you look at everything he threatens to do if Xiaoyu Chen doesn't get up, and Xiaoyu Chen doesn't get up.
And he does it. So he's just, yanking at him, trying to get him to be more alive.
Yeah.
Or be less dead, I should say.
Quit being dead, loser. Idiot.
So he eventually gives up on that and just starts carrying him like koala style on his back.
It's his cool new bag. His
And
bag
he's like,
bag.
shit, fuck, I need a spirit dropping pouch. I need a spirit dropping pouch. I need a fucking spirit dropping pouch. I need a spirit dropping pouch. That's what
I just wrote, yeah, keep looking, bitch.
I'm just like, damn. Like, it says as if he had lost his mind. There was none to begin with. So keep looking.
I think that might have happened a little bit ago, but that's just me.
A while. And so Ah-Ching finally gets up, finally is able to kind of mourn for Xiaoxing Chen now that Shui-Yong is gone. And then we get a sudden shift to probably like a couple days in the future, it says. And she's going around asking like
Just straight to the point.
cultivators because she wants revenge. Like, and you know, I respect that because even the cleverest normie knows her limits.
Yeah,
especially when she's going up against a fucking unhinged necromancer.
Yeah. This fucking sucks. It's just like it drives home how like exactly how utterly powerless she is.
Yeah.
Like we've been focused in the last couple of chapters on her being powerless in this situation with her roommates, but like this reminds us that like even in normie society she's super at a disadvantage.
Yeah, nobody listens to her.
Yeah, people look at her and they see a little disabled girl, and like it's hard enough for like normie aristocrats to get an audience with a cultivation sect.
Yeah.
So she's just like doomed, and she's just so has no idea how the cultivation world works that she doesn't even know that this is like there's no way this is gonna do anything.
It really does kind of put your own roommate drama into perspective, huh?
Yeah.
I've
Like-
had some bad fights over doing the but
Damn, can you pay your rent on time? God, I wish that was my biggest problem.
Like,
Right.
really?
please.
Jesus. AITA drove my roommate to suicide after tormenting him for 2 years.
But
Please read
But the thing
details
is-
important.
okay, like the thing is, what had happened was I committed a massacre and he tried to stop me, so
See, he didn't stay in his lane. And
like
then,
really
like,
he didn't mind his business.
just like a bullet note here, like, he didn't ask for my name, so whose fault is that?
Yeah,
It's not really my problem.
Yeah,
That's on him.
that's on him. That's between him and God, so...
God. So Ah-Ching finally, like, it's not working, so she goes to a brook, she gets herself a little drink, and
Drink.
she notices in her reflection there's a little wooden hairpin that Xiaoxing Chen had bought for her, and she gets
Feels bad.
she gets sad.
Feels bad.
Yeah, feel bad.
It
She
hurt,
pulls
yeah.
out the money pouch that she stole from him, and she takes out the last candy
Piece of candy.
that Xiaoxing Chen ever gave her.
And
My
she-
notes for this part just say this fucking sucks, dude.
It
fucking sucks. Because she takes it out, she gives it a little taste because, you know, she wants to savor it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the last thing that she has of Xiaoxing Chen, really.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, it fucking sucks. And, like, I mean, 9th grade English class voice, what do you think it means? That,
Really?
like, she goes and tastes the candy, and then Shui-Yang, who also has a piece of candy, like, tries to eat it but doesn't. Like, what do you think this means, book club? Like,
God. So anyway,
like, I don't know, whatever.
no, keep going. If you had more of a thought.
A thought? My hashtag thonks?
If you had more thonks, yeah, please. I didn't wanna.
I mean, it's like, for me,
roll
it's
over
like, you know, because it says that it's the last piece of candy that he gave her. It's like acknowledging that that Xiaoxing Chen is gone.
Yep.
Like, she's able to do it, you know, after an appropriate period of mourning and panic. And even in the present, Shui-Yang hasn't done that.
An appropriate period of mourning and panic is the name of my memoir.
That's what I do. That's what I do every morning when I wake up. I have that built into my schedule.
Yeah, we love it.
We love it.
We love it. I mean, what else are you gonna do but love it at this point?
Yeah, I guess
You're
so.
not gonna get rid of it. Might as well love it.
Lord.
So Shui Yang is behind Ah Ching.
The bitch is back.
The bitch is back. Ah Ching is freaked out. She tries to scream for help, but realizes she's in the middle of fucking nowhere. And Shui Yang, you know,
he does his shit.
he does his shit. He knows the jig is up
goes
as
and
far
tells
as her
her, yeah.
being blind is.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, I'm not gonna get out of this. So she
Yeah.
just, like, gives him hell, and I hit the whip while crying.
Yeah, like, I hated the text making her and us acknowledge the fact that she's not gonna escape dying.
Yeah.
But
even
at
though, like,
least
we
she-
already know, because
Yeah.
she came into this as a ghost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at least she's going out with a bang.
Yeah, dude!
And I mean, it's
Tell him!
really, I enjoyed her characterization here, especially because, like, I don't know, her being completely aware that she's gonna die, but still wanting to fucking
Let him know.
let him goddamn know and do as much as she can to give him as much hell as possible before she does go.
Mm-hmm.
She was fearless, dude.
She rules.
She was fearless and she rules. And so she's just like fucking ripping into him about how he doesn't deserve to hold Dao Zhang's sword, that he's fucking dirtying his belongings and his name, calls him shameless filth.
And
Like,
good to
she's
me.
doing so good.
it's so good.
That, like, the shit that she says is the kind of shit that you say in your head when you're in bed replaying a version of an argument where you win.
Yes.
You know?
I fucking love it for her. If one person deserves to have that in the moment.
Yeah!
Yes.
She's my personal triumph, Tulpa.
Yeah,
God.
this is the shit that this is the shit that I imagine myself saying to people I hate in the shower. And she's doing it in real life. Like, God, she's really living.
Queen.
She's a queen.
Uh,
She is a queen. And Shui Yang is, you know, he's got Shuanghua and he, you know, he's like, oh, this is mine now.
and she's like, the hell it is. And she uses the word that he hates of disgusting.
She says disgusting. She says, Dao Zhang must be the unluckiest man in the world to have met you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she has not yet spat a single piece of profanity that wasn't the truth. Because that one was true and it hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And she calls him a disgusting pool of spittle.
Yep.
Which, I really love that.
Yeah.
These are great. These are really good insults.
She's fucking going.
Fucking
She goes
taking
so
notes.
Yeah.
I love the one. Your parents must have made love in a pig pen for a son of a bitch like you to happen.
Whew. Get him.
Get him.
But, and so
but then-
Shui Yang finally hits his berserker button.
And he bitch uses pocket sand again.
He uses pocket sand again. He's like, how you want to actually be blind, huh? And she does not give Shui Yang the satisfaction of seeing her beg for her life.
Yep.
So she just like he pocket sands her. She is pretty much immediately blinded, starts screaming, and he's like, oh man, you're so talkative. I think it's time to just really get that tongue out of your mouth, huh? You don't need it. And so we hear little silver bell.
We hear a
which
little
means
ding-a-ling.
that calling you back.
Mm-hmm.
Calling you back to your own body. Well, I mean, as close an approximation of your own body as you can get.
It's his now.
It's his now. Yeah.
Beats walking.
Beats walking.
He's on sort of like a rent to own, right?
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Well, he already went through the rental phase. That was when he had to do his whole kill all the Mo family
Right,
members.
right. So it's
Yeah, he did that. That was
yeah.
yeah. So he owns it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Rent-A-Center's not going to come after him
fucking-
at this point.
There
We
was
stand
a
a
lien
homeowner.
on it initially.
There was a lien on it. He bought off the owner's debt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the juniors are here and they do Wayne's World Dream Fingers to bring him back.
It was like a fucking Jingy's the first person we see, the first name we see that isn't Shuiyang, Xiao Xingchen, Wei Wuxian, or Ah Ching.
Yeah. What a fucking relief this is.
I'm so happy to see him. Oh my god, I was so happy.
Just desperately crawling my way onto the shore.
Yeah, and
seeing the little palm tree that is him.
Jin Liang bitches at him.
Because of course that's the first thing that happens when Wei Wuxian wakes up is he just emerges into Jin Yi and Jin Liang arguing.
Yeah, of course. And Jin Yi's like, man, fucking don't blame me for this. You didn't ring the bell on time. And Jin Liang like gets a little upset about that. He's like,
Yeah.
he does not want to be held responsible for war mispractice.
Don't talk about my
malpractice.
bell ringing skills, you're mean.
Don't talk about me bell ringing skills. You're
Ignorant.
mean. You're ignorant.
I'm making music, you're ignorant. So,
and so Wei Wuxian like, ooh, he comes to, and the kids are so excited.
they swarmed around him as though they were a litter of piglets.
Oh my god!
It's so cute!
They're so cute with
How
him.
old are these kids is another question I have.
They're
I know
like-
they're like,
They're like 15,
Yeah,
yeah.
15,
okay,
16.
okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
They're not like babies,
But they're little boys.
but they're still,
They're boys.
they're boys.
15 is like the age that boys are. Like when I hear the word boys, they're 15.
They're boys
Yeah.
with the like comedy emoji bee.
Yeah. It's funny comedy boys, that's what they are.
Good old comedy boys.
Good old funny comedy boys. Just a big batch of funny comedy boys.
A whole barrel of funny boys. So they're like, oh great, he didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
And one of the kids like, wasn't he already crazy? And the other kid verbally smacks him for disrespecting Yu in his presence.
Yep.
And Wei Wuxian's like, hey, can you guys shut the fuck up, please?
I just experienced 2 years of little girl trauma time.
I have an
Can I get-
extreme empathy hangover.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I need to drink a Pedialyte.
Please give me a Gatorade. I need a minute.
So they shut up because Wei Wuxian just has that effect on people.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up eventually and goes to check and see whether Xiao Xingchen's got that down south Joker smile.
Stop it. It's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. I'm sorry. He did not have the opportunity or the gumption to become Joker. I'm sorry. You did not become Joker.
You either die good boy or you live long enough to see yourself become Joker.
Yeah. And eventually he's like, God damn it. All right. Thanks, Ah-Ching.
Yeah, he looks at her ghost, and they do solidarity.
Yeah, they do solidarity. She bows at him, and then she's like, all right, get stabbing. Come on.
She makes a little stabby motion with her pole.
Yeah,
which is
it's like
fucking
Kill,
good.
kill gesture.
Yeah.
Yes, like this paragraph specifically really cemented her as one of my top 5, I would say, favorite
She's so
Modao
fucking
characters.
good. Archie,
this
get
whole arc.
Congressional Medal of Honor, please.
Yeah, please.
Give this girl the Purple Heart. Ah-Ching works harder than the entire U.S. military.
God, absolutely. And she's smarter by
Braver?
scores. Braver than any U.S. Marine.
More ethical.
Yeah.
So,
She's
so-
willing to call out pieces of shit when they're
Yep.
pieces of shit. Like, that's all I wanted to leave.
I fucking love to see her, frankly.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Ah-Ching for president.
Please.
Ah-Ching 2020.
And so the kids are like, okay, so spill the tea on your empathy session. He's like, long story.
Yeah, he
Well,
says it's like 30,000 words. I'm not going to go over it.
I'll just give you a copy of this.
He
of
does
the
say the
chapters.
funny thing of John Tucker must die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jin Liang's like, all right, give us the elevator pitch. And Wei Wuxian's like, in summary, Shui Yang must die.
He's got to die.
Which, that's the summary of the whole arc. That's
Yeah.
the summary of the whole novel, if I'm being real.
Like,
Tired
yeah.
of it.
This entire arc is just, wow, what if ancient Chinese vampire times Ted Bundy was that bad? It's like, yeah, no shit.
Like,
Wow.
hey, he is.
Hey, he's bad.
I don't mean
This
to
guy that
turn
we-
your world upside down.
Yeah, like the guy who made a weapon of mass destruction and got away with several vicious murders actually happens to be fucking bad. Who'd have thunk it? Like,
Oh, but he had a rough childhood.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's not even fucking funny. God.
It's not. It just makes me angry to say.
Every time somebody says that, I age 25 years.
But hey.
Okay, so wait, I don't interact with either this book or, like, the people who read the book, apart from the two of you. But
yes, MJ, there are people who do that.
There are the equivalent of Ted Bundy fuckers for this guy.
Oh, yeah.
I simply hate
absolutely.
to know about it.
There's a lot of them. A lot.
Personally, I don't like it.
I don't like it one fucking bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna back you up there, man.
Good. I'm glad
fan.
to bring only correct opinions to the podcast.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't do.
Yeah, I don't let people on this podcast unless they're gonna have correct opinions, so...
Yeah, if they ain't right, we show them the door.
Yeah. Get on up out.
Get on up out. But hey, here's one thing that actually added 25 years to my lifespan. We saw Lan Wangji's name in the text again.
We sure did.
He's back. Fucking finally.
They're fighting still. It's at a critical moment because we love a convenient coincidence.
Yeah.
He's literally just vibing, fighting Shuiyang, and Shuiyang is like giving it his all, just kind of attacking, like, what did it say, a rabid dog?
Yeah. And Lan Wangji is doing his, he's doing his magic Gucci shit and sword fighting because he rules.
Sword is playing offense, Gucci's playing defense, kind of tanking also. He's a one-man adventurer party.
He simply rules. We simply love to see it.
He simply rules. And Songlan and Wenyang are still duking it out.
They're just fucking brawling.
They're choking each other so hard their knuckles are cracking.
They're just having a vicious bar fight.
I am fucking foaming at the mouth to see this animated.
I can't fucking wait, dude.
I want to see this zombie fight so bad.
Zombie fight.
And Wei Wuxian tells Wenyang to hold her.
Hold him.
You better hold him. Careful. And he hits the squat down there, and he hits the squat and yanks out those nails. Yeah.
He says yoink, and then Songlan just goes. He powers down immediately. Yep. And then somebody says, "Give it back.
Give it back.
Give it back."
And I'm gonna give you a spoiler.
Please.
It was Shuiyang who said that, and LWJ traded, like, whatever it was that he took for the L that he had been holding for Shuiyang, and he just went ahead and gave that to him. So, that's what you can look forward to next week, probably.
Lan Wangji's head on Dr. Phil handing you an L.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how it is. If you choose to fight Lan Wangji, that's what's gonna happen.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
That's all. That's
better
all
make
I'm
it
saying.
hurt.
Like,
better make it hurt.
Better kill me in one shot.
Oh my god, I'm so ready for Lan Wangji to be back.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh god, I'm so ready. I missed him so much.
I'm so happy to see him again.
Yep.
You made it out of the empathy zone. I'm so
We're
proud.
done.
Yeah.
We're
Jesus.
finally.
Then I was your fucking spiritual guide, bringing you out with my correct
Thank you
opinions.
so much.
Thank you, God.
I owe you my life.
You couldn't have done it without me.
Literally. It's true.
Yeah. You coming on here is just me going to the confessional and being absolved.
So, Roy, do we have some Google Translate Essence collection?
You know we have some Google Translate Essence collection, Ray. So we usually like to let our guests do at least one of these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and paste these into the Discord chat, and y'all can take a look and decide which ones you want to read.
Yeah.
OMK.
I want to do number 3. Can I do number 3?
Sure.
Good. I would like to do number 4, actually.
All right.
So, in that case, how about I'll do number 1, you can do number 2, I'll do 3, you do 4?
Sound good to me.
Hell yes.
That could be a vibe.
Yeah, so for context, excerpt number 1 is from Chinese, our most common friend language. This is just some fluff. I don't remember exactly what this was about, but it was just, you know, some sweet things, you know.
Yeah. How do I care about stardust? Songlan turned over and let Xiao Dust lie on herself comfortably in his arms, softly kissed his hair spin. Stardust, I am pleased with you. How about you? I am also a happy son. What the
He's a happy son!
He's a happy son! Wow, that's nice to see.
That's what I call Fat Boy every time he gets in the bed between us and starts making cookies.
Yeah, happy boy.
He's a happy son.
Imagining Xiao
God, I
Xingchen
miss
just being
Fat Boy.
like,
God.
I'm a happy boy.
I'm a happy boy.
I'm
a happy son.
I'm a happy son.
A happy boy.
Love that.
Listen, he's 7.
Now he's 7. I am
Now he's 7.
Oh, wait, we're talking about somebody else entirely.
Well,
Oh,
he
it's
too is a happy son and 7.
yeah. That was the 7-year-old is the unhappy son.
No.
The twisted
he's
son.
and
hashtag twisted. Hashtag
our
twisted.
Joker son.
Yeah, the Joker son.
Damaged son. Alright, so excerpt number 2. This one is a little bit different. This one's from Portuguese, actually. Don't usually do Western languages, but
Yeah.
this one was fun. So this one is the fic summary. This is whatever this fic is supposed to be about. What would not be the luck of Songlan to find its predestined, with its life of a close? However, he couldn't choose another day to meet you. If fate wanted him to save him, then he would do it, even if it cost his own life.
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't know, sounds kind of good.
my life of a close, sure.
My love
Normal
of the
people
clothes.
clothes?
My life of the clothes?
What would not be the luck?
I don't know. With its life of a clothes?
Normal people clothes?
God, no idea. Jesus.
Alright, Fal, you're doing number 3?
I am doing number 3.
Okay, so this one is from Malaysian.
All right.
We have an assortment this episode. I know that this one is a high school AU, and I know that there's some shit with chocolates happening, but I don't know what else. What a hell, Bulbasaur. Couldn't tell me.
We love it. Songlan, I don't need to be very sweet. Want to feel lame feet with diabetes? Little big Songlan view Shui Yang. My lame leg, why a hot senior? Shui Yang does not want to lose arguing with Songlan. Song and bit her lip. If you follow your heart, some will become ghosts later. But because he also followed his heart, he did not want Xiao Xingchen to feel stuck. And for the face of the bored boy as well. My lame leg!
My leg!
Fucking much to think about here.
There's a lot to unpack. Little big Songlan view Shui Yang.
I do appreciate that why a hot senior is sort of a universal emotion.
Why a hot senior?
Why a hot senior, though? I hate when that happens.
I mean, at least they made him a senior. It's a little less weird, maybe.
Why a hot senior?
Why a hot senior?
Why a hot senior?
My lame leg. Is that like calling someone my lord?
My lame leg.
Ah, my lame leg. My liege.
Want to feel lame feet with diabetes? Bitch, square up.
What the fuck?
Frankly, I think it's good.
I'm personally a fan. I am a fan.
It's art to me.
I don't need to be very sweet as very a Songlan thing for him to say, though.
I don't need to be very sweet.
Yeah.
No.
No. If we're being completely honest. Okay, last one.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one, for the context, this one is from Russian.
Hell yeah.
I have no idea what the plot of this was supposed to be. I think Shui-Yang just did, like, some shoplifting, and he's just, like, coming away from that. But that's all I could get out of this.
I need something. I need the pronunciation of one of these things.
Zhangzai.
Thank you. To steal is bad. It was unusual for Shui-Yang to feel or remorse, but every minute he wanted to whine more like a guilty dog and crawl his ass forward out of a warm funeral home under the wind and blizzard. Wandering back and forth, tearing down the flimsy bushes of I have already forgotten it, Zhangzai.
Yeah.
Yes.
And turning up the Bosco for an hour or two.
The Bosco?
What is a Bosco?
No clue.
He's watching 1920s cartoons and wants to make them louder.
It seems like it's like a brand name for a radio or something. Yeah, turn up that old Brasco. That's my song.
He wanted to whine more like a guilty dog and crawl his ass forward out of a warm funeral home.
I mean,
Under the
do we
wind and
not
blizzard,
all? We are all
crawling our ass forward in this heartless, warm funeral home of a world.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right.
Damn.
When you right, you right.
You know? It's just a Zen cone, is what this is.
A Zen cone.
Alright. So that's our fun times. Let's go to questions.
Questions?
We don't have too many, so
Okay.
that'll be good. But we do have one that's extremely, I think, an MJ thing.
Oh, I'm so glad.
That should be fun. But yeah,
I love to be seen.
hashtag scene. But yeah, if you got questions, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask or via Twitter @cloudrecesspod. Just one recess. You only need the one. We actually have two questions that are kind of in the same line.
Okay.
But do we want to go with Twitter or Tumblr first?
Let's do Twitter first.
They're both websites are bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Yes,
We hate both.
that's it. All right, so our first question comes from our friend Jovery
Jovery.
at Ask Jovery. They ask, okay, if MDZS took place in space and the sects were like aligned with astrological signs, let's pretend this makes sense. Also, I like sci-fi. Who would be what based on astrological stereotypes? Looking forward to the extremely correct takes. I'm not going to say it. It reminds me of a particular comic that was posted on the internet about some
I
children
did
who
immediately
may or may
think
not
of a
have been.
comic that maybe had some astrological space time.
They may or may
situations.
not have been trapped in their homes.
I did think about some people who, not unlike all of us right now, were unable to leave their homes in a sort of titular way.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm really gonna try. It's really difficult after you have consumed a property like that to be able to answer this question without any kind of bias towards those extant characters. Bad.
I mean, this question is essentially asking us which sect has which patron redacted.
Yeah. So they are right. The Nies are Aries.
I'm leaving that to your discretion.
The Nies are Aries. The Lawns, I feel like either like Aquarius or Cap.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm feeling very Capriquarius, kind of on that cusp.
Yeah, Capriquarius.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know?
We like it.
We do like it.
The Genes, Geminis.
I could also see Libra.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do like it. Oh, there's Big Boy.
No offense to the Libras out there, but...
I like a Libra.
Yeah.
I'm okay with Libras, but you do have a valid point there. The
See, because that's
No, maybe Nies are like Leos, and the Jongs are Aries.
Because I was gonna say,
Attempt the impossible.
yeah,
That's an Aries moment. I mean, not that I'm biased or anything, but
not that you're experienced with like Aries tunnel vision or anything.
listen.
Hey,
we know this.
Not that I'm experienced with Leo value systems. So,
Not at all. Would you agree that the Nies are good as Leos?
Absolutely, yeah. I was gonna say it, but I was worried about coming across as a self-centered Leo, so...
No, it's okay. I'm a self-centered Aries, so we complete each other.
Fire sign, dumb ass.
Fire sign, dumb of ass. Then there's the Wens. The Wens are Scorpio.
I don't know what this means, but I guess I can endorse it as a Scorpio.
No, I wouldn't suggest that.
Just for the Wens, just imagine the Fire Nation. There's basically zero difference.
Oh, you're valid.
So, like,
I mean,
yeah.
Who else? What other kind of sign would be?
No, you were right. You did get it right.
Yeah, just which sign is the Fire Nation?
Can't help being a Scorpio. Sorry about it.
Can't help being an insert sign here.
And Wei Wuxian is Ophiuchus. Because he no brand. He's a no brand boy.
He is a Scorpio, though. He is the canonical Scorpio. One of like three. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a pretty good Scorpio, I would say.
Yeah.
Zhang Cheng is a better Scorpio, but I love him so much. I know I shouldn't. God, I'm so tired. Woo! We're getting it.
We're getting it.
All right. So next question is from @Elvier, and you are not too late. A dinner party question. Who invites friends over? Who shows up unannounced? Who steals forks because they've got an odd number at home? Who complains about the food but never offers to cook themselves? Who shows up late? Who keeps taking control of the music? So we'll break this down question by question.
Yeah, I think we can just answer this. Just go through the list and answer.
So who invites friends over?
That's Lan Chen because he couldn't say no to them.
Yes.
Who shows
he
up
just wants
unannounced.
everybody to show up and have a good time.
Oh, that's Wen Chao.
Wen Chao, okay, Wen Chao
unannounced.
shows up unannounced.
Who steals forks because they've got an odd number at home? Jin Guangshan, he feels entitled to them. Who complains about the food but never offers to cook themselves?
Zhang Cheng.
Yeah.
Who shows up late?
Huaisong.
Huaisong with Wei Wuxian and they're stoned. Who keeps taking control of the music?
Ooh. I have an answer, but I don't feel like busting out Skull Trumpet to censor it.
No, tell me.
To everyone.
Oh my god!
Just JS.
Oh no. Yeah, taking control of the music for purposes.
You know.
It's normal.
It's regular shit.
So that was Twitter. That's great. Wow. I love imagining a Modao house party. What a mess.
What a mess. So we're going to go over to Tumblr now. And this is the MJ question. And maybe, MJ, maybe you can help us out with at least the characters that we've dealt with in this chapter a little bit.
Okay. The, like, 4 of them.
Yeah.
So, Anonymous asked, we know the major characters' sun signs. Wei Wuxian is a Scorpio, Lan Wangji is a Capricorn, but I want to hear your thoughts on what their moon and rising would be. You can play with other characters too, but the main 2 are who I have strong opinions about.
I know I tried to figure this out for myself, like, a long time ago, and I was trying to find it in my notes.
Yeah.
I want to say I decided Wei Wuxian was an Aries moon? Or Gemini moon.
I think that he would be a Gemini moon Aries rising.
Oh, I like that. The flavor.
Yeah. Lan Wangji.
Much like the Lan sect himself is a Capricorn Aquarius cusp boy.
Yes.
Oh, hello, baby cat. She's up on top of the
baby.
couch. She's visiting.
I miss baby cat every day of my life.
I miss you, MJ.
I want to say that his rising sign would be like maybe Sagittarius. Because it's because the rising sign is how you appear to other people, right? Is that what it is, or is that the moon?
Yeah.
No, that's the rising.
Yeah, the
That's
moon
the
is
rising.
like
Your moon is like your innermost core self.
Yeah, so his innermost core self would probably be some nasty ass freak. Maybe he'd be a Virgo rising. Actually, I like that. Which sign is the freakiest?
I mean, it's Scorpio.
Okay, so he's a Scorpio moon. We like it.
I'm a Scorpio moon, notably.
Aren't you like a triple Scorpio?
I'm not a Scorpio rising. I'm a Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio Mars.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Bad to me.
It's good to me though.
I am Leo sun, Scorpio moon, Taurus rising. All of them are
the
fixed
Scorpio
signs.
moons always get to one another.
Oh yeah.
I'm
The fucking
I'm fucking cursed to have all fixed signs.
shit.
Which is why all of my takes are correct and I'll accept nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm simply
Jesus.
right all the time.
I can't remember what my rising sign is, but I'm Aries sun and Libra moon. I want to see. I have it down in one of my stupid apps somewhere because it's gonna bother me now.
While you look it up, I can tell you the chart of the only person I care about in this book.
Please.
Aching.
Please.
Yes.
To me, Aching is a Sagittarius sun.
Ooh.
And Capricorn rising.
Okay.
Same as me.
Hey.
Yes.
And a Cancer moon.
Ooh.
Cancer.
I
Yeah.
like it.
I have correct take.
You do.
We like
When
it.
she eats the fucking, licks the candy once, that's her being extremely a Cancer moon.
It's simply correct and valid.
Yeah, I can't remember what my rising sign is. I'm bad at remembering zodiac things. I like it, but I'm just really bad at remembering anything having to do with that much information.
It's because you're a lesbian who can drive, so you can't do the other thing, which is knowing about astrology.
Oh,
Fuck,
God.
that's right. You can't have all three.
Damn.
But were those our questions?
No, there's two more on Tumblr. Alright.
All right. Our next question is from Anonymous. They asked if Wei Wuxian had done empathy on Songlan or Xiaoxing Chen instead of on Aching. How do you think that would change his understanding of Shuiyang's character? I feel like he would be a more generic villain if we didn't know how much time he spent tormenting Xiaoxing Chen and a literal child. You know what? That is valid. That is valid. I think it was way more effective of a narrative choice to have it done through Ah-Ching's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
For my part, I would not have been invested in any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Not at all. No.
Yeah.
No.
No, she's the best character to do this with, because it's like one of the few times I think where a character who doesn't have a lot of agency is able to navigate the plot as effectively and as compellingly as a character who does have a lot of agency. Her lack of agency is vital to this whole plot and what it means.
Yeah, it's what makes this arc actually compelling.
Yeah, at all in any sense.
Yeah.
And then finally,
we have
another anonymous
asked, so to celebrate my finally finishing reading Scum Villain, congrats. My question is, if the Modao characters were in Scum Villain's self-saving system, which peaks would they belong to? Or, if the scum villain characters were in Modao, which sex do you think would suit them?
Now, this is a question for you.
We like it. I can never remember all of the sex of Songchong Mountain, so give me just a minute. Woo, 12 peaks. All right.
Yeah, MJ, don't feel left out of this one because I also don't know.
God.
So, yeah.
Is this how you feel when me and Fallon talk about My Chemical Romance?
It all comes back.
So we have Chongding, which is the White House peak. the administrative office. And that's where the sect master is. Like, not the Shizun, but the big boy, like the
big
Jiggis.
boy.
So
The president.
my thought is that Jiggis is definitely in Chongding. Wei Wuxian is probably in...
He's in the abyss.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Well, yeah.
before he was in the abyss, I think he might have been
Bitch McWhoosh Fall Down.
Bitch McWhoosh Fall Down. What if he was at Zui Xian Peak, which specializes in alcohol?
Oh my god.
No, he was probably on Baijian Peak. Him and Zhongcheng were probably on Baijian Peak, which is Fighty Peak.
Fighty.
Big sort of Fighty Peak with Liao Qingge, my beautiful, handsome baby, who I love so much. My Alpha. Or maybe, honestly, Wanjian Peak, because it's the sword masters, the sword geniuses peak.
The sword genius.
I also think Lan Wangji could be on Wanjian, or...
He's on the Shizun Peak.
Oh, no, you're totally right. He's on Qingjing.
Yeah.
He's on Chengjiang. I'm sorry. I'm still really bad.
Bad.
The scholarly peak, definitely. Lan Wangji and Lan Shichen are on the Qingjing.
Hey, I have an idea.
What's up?
Do you want to save the other half of this question for the next time we do Choose and Get iPad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like it. That's great.
Yeah, Anonymous, we will revisit this.
We will definitely come back to it.
Yeah, mark my words. But yeah, those are our questions.
The questions.
And now, it's time to do some housekeeping. We'll wrap it up, and we'll be right in time for your math class, MJ, I promise.
Oh my god.
I can't believe I have to do fucking math.
God. Who does math in 2020?
That is so evil, dude, and I really feel for you. I do.
Boy, going back to school a mistake.
Jesus.
Lord. We have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon, and if you throw some treats in our mouth, you're gonna get some treats right back. We've fallen off the wagon a little bit on it, but
We're trying. It's hard out here for everybody. For $1 a month, you can be a disciple of the show and get access to all our Patreon exclusive bonus content, plus special role in the Discord. And our bonus content, as always, includes Choose and Get iPad, which is where we read the aforementioned Scum Villain.
and make jokes about it.
And make jokes about it. For $5 a month, you can be a sec leader of the show and get all that, plus a more special role in our Discord channel, and a little thank you shout out on the show. And at the start of every month, you can get a little doodle from one of us. Shout out to sec leader Sarah, who's going to get a doodle of Jiggy as Jeffree Star doing that horrible apology video.
Oh
no.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
And for $10 a month, you can be a chief cultivator of the Pod Recesses world and get all of that and an even more special role in our Discord. And you can listen in when we record our episodes, including Choose and Get iPad. I don't know if anybody's listening right now. It's either going to be Colin and or Scout, but shout out to you if you are.
Those are two good people to me.
They're good people. They're very good people. And all of our donors get to vote every month on which charity we'll donate some of our money to. So we gotta hammer that out, yeah. So shout out to our $5 sec leaders, the aforementioned Sarah, Lenny W., Carrie, Lena, Rachel W., and Audrey F. Thank you so much for supporting us. And another big ol' thank you to $10 chief cultivators of the show, Scout and Colin. We love you. The real ones. We love you.
Y'all rule. Sorry about it.
Thank you to Noisepace.xyz for being our podcast network. Thank you,
Sec Leader Matt.
Thank you, Sec Leader Matt. Check out the other podcasts on the Noisepace.xyz network, including Tuning Fork, which I was on in the most recent episode.
She talks about one of the 6 albums she's listened to in her life.
Yeah.
Hey, Yes has like 20 albums.
One of the 26 albums she's listened to in her life.
There you go.
Hey.
I love you.
But yeah, I went on there and I talked about the Mars Volta Francis the Mute, which I've talked about on this podcast several times, because that's how I be.
It's nuts. And it's very good.
It's good.
Thing.
It's good. Once again, I'm Roy. I'm on Twitter at Semperfunny and also at Yeeling Hypebeast, which is my Mode Outside blog.
And I'm Fallon. I am on Twitter at America's Burden. That's it.
MJ, where can we find you?
Oh, I'm floating around. I'm on basically all of the places at Pirate Jenny, but Jenny is Jenne because that's my last name.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's a Bertolt Brecht reference. I've had it since I was fucking 17. It's irritating.
Well, it do be like that sometimes.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Sometimes in the world we have to have fucking a personal brand.
Sometimes
and
you got
it helps
brands.
us to obtain, opportunities to make money. We live in a society.
Yeah. Sometimes
I'm all of those places, but none of them are good.
Yeah.
Sort of my caveat.
some people chase clout to cope.
Yeah.
I'm also particularly annoying this week. So.
Do you have anything you want to plug? Any projects or anything?
Not anything specifically. The main show that I've been working on is called Paired. It's a short fiction podcast about like a little AI who learns to love.
Cute.
And it's really cute. We wrapped our second season in May, and we're starting to gear up for season 3, but we're not putting anything out right now. Otherwise, hit me up in the DMs if you have thoughts about Aching.
Yeah.
The only character I've cared about.
I mean, it's valid. It's the only
valid.
character like you can care about without it messing up your conscience.
Low-key Top Beifong energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
High
Absolutely.
key, I would say.
They'd get on like a house on fire.
Oh my god.
Fucking sometimes Little Blind Girls is the same.
Sometimes Little Blind Girls is the same.
Little blind and little fake blind girl.
Oh my god.
God.
I mean, she was really blind
Yeah.
in the end there.
yeah, I mean, that's definitely valid too.
They
She
both
got
have
there
such big
eventually.
con artist energy.
Yeah.
God.
It's powerful.
Oh, man.
Oh man. Well, you can also find Pod Recesses the Us at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com and on twitter.com/cloudrecess, just the one pod. We're on the podcast apps, whatever. Subscribe, send us some reviews. It'd be good. If you're 18 and up, you can also join our Discord. The link, as always, is in the description.
We're friendly.
We're friendly. We have fun. We make jokes.
It's all jokes there all the time.
It's all jokes.
And also people drawing Nie Huaisong in really cute outfits.
Yeah.
Nie Huaisong
I love
is...
to see a cute outfit.
Yeah, Nie Huaisong is the server mascot. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's Nie Huaisong in a little cheerleader outfit.
Huaisong,
Roller skates.
every time a guest is on, I wish they had been on for a chapter where Huaisong is in it.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll get there eventually.
Someday.
We'll get there eventually.
Someday. But yeah, and you know what we say at the end of every episode?
We say a Semper Bunny.
Semper Bunny!
Semper Bunny.
You are all my nephews now.
You're all my nephews now.
Devil has been solved. Bye, folks.
Bye.